You know, thinking about what Whoopi Goldberg said in that one episode of The View where she says that she's tired of people starting up a conversation saying that Mexicans are rapists, Mexicans are murderers, Mexicans are evil, and blah, 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 blah. You know, all that nonsense. Well, you want to know what I'm tired of, Whoopi Goldberg? You want to know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of pro-choice individuals gaining up on pro-life activists such as myself, accusing us of being sexist male chauvinists who want to keep women in bondage and in slavery, when all we just want to do is we view life as sacred and we want to protect it. We want to protect it and preserve it. That's what we're trying to do. I'm tired of corrupt politicians wasting all of their time and all of their effort trying to make Donald Trump out to be public enemy number one with this whole Russia, Russia, Russia bullcrap, when they should be using that same effort and energy to help Donald Trump keep his promises, which includes building a border wall, trying to keep us safe from illegal immigrants coming into this country who rape our children and rape our daughters and murder our family members. I'm tired of radical feminists constantly making all men out to be demons, demonizing all of us, making us out to be sex predators simply because we find the opposite sex attractive. If I was to look at a woman right now in a bikini on Daytona Beach, and if I was to say that I think she's very beautiful and that she's built well, all of a sudden I'm labeled as a sex offender. And all because there have been some men who were unfaithful to their wives, and men who view women as inferior to men. You know, I don't think like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't view women as inferior to men. I have never thought that in the 27 years that I have lived in this world. I never once thought that. And if I ever did say anything similar to that, I was just imitating something that I saw on television, as children tend to do. Children do that. Children don't know any better and they need to be taught. But for the most part, I never once thought in my entire life that women were inferior to men or that men were inferior to women. I never once thought like that. I have always believed in my heart that men and women are equal. That yes, there are biological and emotional differences between men and women, which should be plainly obvious. But all in all, we are all equal. We are all created equal by our Lord God in heaven. And you know, earlier this morning, I was reading an article on Google about Whoopi Goldberg, about, you know, how she came to be where she is right now. And I read somewhere that she said that, you know, she's not interested in relationships, that she's only interested in having sex and then walking out the door. Just wham, bam, thank you, sir, in this case. Thank you, sir, not thank you, ma'am. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg's not a lesbian, obviously. And you want to know something? That is the same mentality of some of these men that give radical feminists their reason for demonizing all men. Because there are some men who are not all about relationships. They are all about just having sex and then walking out the door. And they're viewed as the scum of the earth. And they pretty much put the idea into women's heads that all men are like that. So it's like, you know, if a man says that he's not interested in a relationship, that he's interested in sex, all of a sudden, all of the male sex is demonized as sexual predators or sex fiends. But when someone like Whoopi Goldberg says that she's not interested in a relationship, but she's only interested in sex and then walking out the door, who cares? Who cares? It's just ridiculous. Oh, we are living in a very screwed up time in our history right now. Everyone's priorities is so messed up. Priorities are mixed together with selfish, greedy ambitions. You know, politicians, businessmen and businesswomen, people who have authoritative positions in the world, they put profit before principle. They could care less about people. They could care less about people under their authority. And you know, it's just one of those moments where I can't wait until karma comes back to bite them in the butt. And you know, getting back to what I was saying about the whole there are some people who just want to have sex and then move on. Have you ever seen the movie The Stepford Wives? Not the remake, but the original? I haven't seen it myself, but I have seen bits and pieces of it on Bravo's 30 even scarier movie moments when they were talking about it. And there was this one actress who was being interviewed talking about the film, and she said that that's what basically all these actors and actresses, they were talking about what the movie was about. Basically, there's these rich men out in this country town who decide to kill off their wives, and they replace them with these robots who only just want to cook and clean and have sex. And then this one actress that I was talking about, she says that, that's her biggest fear, that that's what men really want. That they just want these sex slaves, these cooking robots, and that they don't care about intimacy, they don't care about a committed relationship, they don't care about bonding. And that's pretty much Whoopi Goldberg. She says that all she cares about is sex and then walking out the door. She doesn't care about being in a relationship. How come she's not being demonized by anybody? How come she's not being yelled at for having the same mentality as some of these men who are all about sex and that's it? Who have no interest in bonding, who have no interest in relationships, who have no interest in anything. I mean, she's 62. Whoopi Goldberg is 62 now. I can pretty much understand. She's too old for all that nonsense of dealing with, having to sit down with all these different people, finding out, okay, what's this person like? What's he all about? Okay, this person's got a good car, but, he's been known to cheat on his previous wives in previous marriages, so he's not worth it. Who wants to deal with that when you're 62 years old? But, what I'm just trying to say is that it's amazing and unusual that, when a man has that mentality of all he wants is sex and then that's it, and then all of a sudden all men in the world are demonized, made out to be sex fiends, and then when Whoopi Goldberg comes out, she says that that's what she wants. She doesn't care about relationships, she just wants sex, and she's still one of the most beloved people in the country today. Even after all the crap that she's pulled off on The View that should have got her butt kicked off the air for good, such as recently the Judge Janine Pirro incident. And it also goes to show that Whoopi Goldberg doesn't care about traditional conservative values, such as the family unit, a wonderful relationship between a man and a woman as husband and wife, I pretty much said everything I'm going to need to say in this video, because everything is just going to speak for itself. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate it.